I see the crystal raindrops fall, and the beauty of it all is when
Hello? Okay, now it's working. Hopefully it's not too shitty. I know no one's gonna watch this, but it's my exam review. And it's my last couple of times in high school. So I'm going to look at some songs. I want to do just the two of us, because I don't know. I've been hearing it on the announcements and I've been into it.
Me and my best friend Amy went to Edinburgh.
We stayed with Tessa, this incredible artist.
The room that we stayed in, there is a sort of dreamish element running through.
It makes you feel like you're in a little storybook or something.
Yeah.
Okay. Alright. I know this is totally gonna get copyrighted, but like, to be honest, I don't care. Because almost all these videos have gotten copyrighted, which makes sense, I'm playing music. But I'm just doing this for educational reasons. Give me a sec. I'm gonna grab the papers.
I see the crystal raindrops fall, and the beauty of it all is when the sun comes shining through to make those rainbows in my mind when I think of you sometime, and I want to spend some time with you, just the two of us. We can make it if we try, just the two of us.
Alright, I'm totally gonna try this. I don't think I've ever tried
Building castles in the sky,
with
just the two of
lyrics
us.
in the background. Ready?
You and I.
Ready? I'll try this.
We look
What
for
are
love,
three
no time
reasons
for
we
tears,
learn
wasting water
kitchen
on
safety
many years,
standards?
and it don't make no flowers grow.
Alright.
Good things might come to those who wait,
Safety,
not to those who wait too
security.
late. We gotta go
So
for
bad.
all we know. Just
What
the
does
two
by
of us.
law
We can make it if we try, just the two of us. Just the two of us. Building them castles in the sky, just the two of us. You and I.
Someone, wait, what? Certified as food handling. Something. Because it's like really hard. Okay, give me a sec. Let me make sure the audio is not fucked up. I listen to these when I like am in class to help me study. It's pretty bad. When what was that warning that came up? Oh my god. Okay, let me see if I can find a lyrical version. There's gotta be a lyrical. Oh my god, it's Squidward. I kind of have to listen to the Squidward one. You have no idea. Lyrical. Okay. Oh yeah. Oh wait, no, I put it full screen. Can't do that. I need to see if my audio works. Okay, ready?
I see crystal raindrops fall.
Bitch, I thought, oh, it's the lyric version. Just the two of us, just the music. I thought that's it. I'm really stupid. Let's see if it got the vibe that I was
You
trying
want
to
the
put
most
there.
out of life.
Just
and realize
the two of us.
What you're looking for
You can make
is
it
already in you.
anytime.
This is for you, the Canadian Armed Forces.
Thank you. Okay, ready? Alright. Ready. What are 3 reasons we learn kitchen and safety standards? Oh, this is really bad. Knowledge and safety and security. What does bylaw 678 require? Oh shit. The owner to operate a food establishment ensures. Oh, okay, no, I gotta do some other thing because I'm really bad at this song. But I don't want to do the me channel thing. I've been doing that all year. I feel like it's too okay. Funky. Okay, let's try this one. What are the 3 reasons we lose kitchen safety standards? Knowledge, safety, and security. What does bylaw 678? Wait, 607. I feel like I said that one. 178. Okay, 678. What does bylaw 678 require? It requires at all times there is at least one food handler working at a supervisor capacity in each area of the premises. Food is prepared, processed, served in packages. What does the Ontario food permissions regulations include? They include minimum standards that must be maintained by all food permissions through an Ontario blah 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 blah. Describe and explain purposes of the Health Protection and Promotion Act. Health Protection and Promotion Act is a provincial legislation that requires all food premises to be inspected by health inspectors, can impose fines and close businesses to all food and premises to the court. What public health inspectors are looking for when they check places? Oh my god. No. Equipment temperature, employee hygiene, sanitation, and washing, pest control and food storage, dishwashing procedures, food handling. A public health inspector checks that shit to ensure that public Health standards are met by all of the places, yeah. What did that be on airborne? Foodborne illness is the shit it is for. What are 3 ways we can become contaminated? Define each of them. Physical contamination caused by bandages. Medical things, just not food related, and that are kind of gross. Foreign objects and foods, as a better way to describe it, is physical contamination. Chemical contamination can be broken down into 2 categories. Chemicals can contaminate when chemicals accidentally get in food. Pathogens and biogens contamination. Food becomes contaminated by microorganisms. This can include bacteria, viruses, parasites, yeast, and mold. Not all microorganisms are harmful. Those are the cold pathogens. I'm so tired. What group are at risk of FBI? Babies, people with medical conditions, and elderly and unborn people. Children under the age of 5 and children that are women pregnant. What are 4 major causes of FBI? Time and temperature abuse, cross-contamination, improper cleaning / sanitation, lack of proper hygiene. These are 2 types of FBIs. Infection, intoxication. Give the example of each one. Infection refers to eating contaminated food that is infected with pathogens and can make someone's body ill. These pathogens may be destroyed by cooking the food thoroughly. Examples: Salmonella, E. coli. Intoxication refers to organisms that release toxic shit, poison in the body through when they eat it. Toxic are particularly dangerous. They are not destroyed by heat or thoroughly cooking. Examples: Staphylococcus and botulism. What are examples of infections? Example of infections is Salmonella, which is found in eggs. Icky, gross. And you just shit your pants and have stomach cramps and vomit and fever and all that shit. E. coli is commonly found in the intestinal tract and fetuses of human and animals such as cattle. It is also found in raw meats such as ground beef, pork, and unpasteurized juices and milk. Symptoms occur 3 to 10 days after eating or drinking and includes diarrhea and blood and shit and several stomach cramp shit that can lead to kidney damage and death. Don't do this shit. What are an example of intoxin? Oh my god. Staphylococcus is most commonly found in the nose, throat, skin, pimples, hands, and fetuses of humans / animals. They are often associated with hen and beef and poultry, came in sauce, custards and puddings. Oh, custards and puddings. Symptoms can occur 3 minutes to 8 hours after eating it. This includes diarrhea, vomiting, and stomach pain. Botulism caused by shit commonly found in foods such as home canned foods. Improperly canned foods can really fuck your shit up. Symptoms include double vision, drooping of the eyes, slurred speech, and difficulty swallowing, and muscle weakness. Yes, I said 1 out of 4 types of microorganisms. Parasites are things that survive off of the person or animals. They are transferred from person to person through food, contamination, and water. Often acquired by travelers on vacation to foreign countries by eating contaminated food/water. Alright, ready? Let me just give it a read. Viruses are organisms much smaller than bacteria. They can grow in living tissues, but they can carry on They can carry in food from one person to another. Examples include Hep A and Norwalk virus. Some can survive food contact surfaces for long periods of time. Yes, you heard me. These single-cell organisms larger than bacteria can be found in soil, plants, and on the skin of humans. Yes, I say humans. They are multiply form which grow and detach from themselves. Some produce disease, skin infections, and can spoil some food. Yes, some benefits are to yeast is making bread, wine, or beer. Molds are usually fluffy and multiply by producing clusters of dry spores, which are blown by the air seeds. Many can spoil food, and some can cause disease. Some are beneficial for ripening cheese and produce a production of antibodies. Microorganisms are harmful. Microorganisms that are harmful are pathogens. Okay. Took me a little bit. How many pages do I have left? Okay, I'm going for a snack break. Be right back. Be right back. I'm going on a snack break because I'm hungry. I'm ready for the power. Let me see if I can get it up. Come on. See? Let's see. I don't know if you could hear me during the entire time, but I was like just watching someone imitate, I forget her name, but it's the lady that sings Jolene. It's fucking hilarious. Ready? Ready. 3, 2, 1. Wait, let's make sure the mic is on. Oh my god, I was so not ready for that. Right, ready. Getting into it. What are signs of food spoilage? Off over food becoming slimy. Discoloration, food developing sour taste bacteria / yeast often produces gas that can affect food. Okay, give me a second. I chopped my leg. I had a burp, sorry. What is the economical outlining factors that allowing bacteria to grow? How do bacteria grow? Factums: food, acid, and temperature, time, oxygen. Growing and dividing themselves in half becomes 2, 4, and then on to 6, and multiply every 20 minutes. This is why they're so dangerous, especially in the temperature danger zone. What is the temperature danger zone? For Celsius, between 66 Celsius, right? What is the danger zone? Danger zone in Celsius.
According to Government of Nova Scotia, bacteria that cause foodborne illness multiply quickest between 4 degrees Celsius and 60 degrees Celsius. The danger zone is this temperature range in which bacteria and spoilage bacteria grow quickest.
Well, it said it best, right? What are the food allergies? Several food allergy reactions occurs when the body's immune system acts to a regular allergen protecting or irritation. Regarding food allergies, common ones are aware of peanuts, tree nuts, cashews, walnuts, pecans, etc. Blah blah blah. Sesame seeds, soy and milk, eggs, shellfish, and wheat, and I don't know what the bottom was. I give up. Symptoms: swelling, itchiness, vomiting, difficulty breathing, and can cause issues. And cause death. Cause death, not cause issues. That's more than an issue. What's the purpose of an EpiPen? It makes it so you don't die. How often should a fridge and freezer be? Moderate, and why? The food should always be 60 Celsius or hotter. Temperatures should be monitored every 2 hours. Ensuring the food is cooked properly has to be done accurately and consistently. The best way to do this is using a food thermometer. What is a thermometer? What should it be inserted? Where should it be inserted? How should the process change? Okay, this one I got. Ready? Insert the thermometer measures the temperature. Insert the sensor part of the thermometer in the thickest part of the food to be sure not touching bone or the bottom of the cooking surface. For stews and other shit, check the temperature in several places. Temperature food when it prepared and when reheating. I don't know. Alright, anyways. For the following foods to describe it, it's reheating temperatures. 1, 2, 3. Ready? Poultry, whole wheat is poultry whole. Okay, poultry whole. It must be cooked at 82 Celsius. Is read at 74 Celsius. Poultry parts. 74 Celsius to 74 for reheating. Ground poultry. Ground poultry should be 74 Celsius cooked, 74 reheating. Casserole / meat, 74 Celsius to 74 Celsius. Pork is 71 Celsius to 71 Celsius. Fish is 70 Celsius to 70 Celsius. Hamburgers is 71 Celsius to 71 Celsius. How do you think you should recalibrate your thermometer? How to recalibrate your thermometer, you need to adjust it regularly in order to have an accurate reading. This is called a calibration. Place the thermometer in a glass full of half crushed ice of cold water. Half crushed ice and cold water. Stir and wait for 3 minutes or until the needle is ready or the digital reading is steady. It should read 0 Celsius or 32 Fahrenheit. If it does not read the correct temperature, adjust the nozzle using a small plier. Listing different types of thermometers. Thermometers consist of a part of 2 wires, different metal joint. I don't know, that one is used for temperature reading. Thermocouple. Digital thermometer can be used to calibrate and intend for food premises. Bilicum thermometer is composed of 2 different metals and can be used for food. Okay. Do's and don'ts. Use a stovetop. Don't use a microwave. Use an oven. Don't use a steam table to warm things up. Double boiler. I don't get it. How can cross-contamination occur? Meat juices drip onto already ready-to-eat foods. Poor hygiene, dirty equipment, improper use of chemicals careless in the kitchen. Ways to prevent this. Wash your hands before preparing food. Sanitize equipment. Store food properly. Color code cutting boards. Use different utensils for different jobs. Label all chemicals and pesticides. Use 2 spoons method for tasting. When should you wash your hands? After using washroom. Touching your face after sneezing, coughing. If you're smoking or drinking, after cleaning a table and dishes. After taking out the garbage. After handling raw meat. Touching money and shaking hands. When in doubt, wash your fucking hands. What is the difference between clean and sanitizing food? Cleaning the food is physically removing it. Sanitizing is just wiping it, like with sanitizer. What is the example of pesticides? Rats, flies. Wait, what is the example of pests? Rats, flies, mice, cockroaches. Yes, sir. How do you prevent slips and falls in the kitchen? Don't touch any electric equipment. With wet hands, clean up your spills. Immediately clean up laneways and your surfaces. Declutter around the kitchen. When the kitchen when you're in the kitchen, make sure you walk and not run. If you have a heavy object, lift with your knees, not your back. Do not turn or twist while lifting. No horseplay in the kitchen. What are some important knife safety tips in this shit? Keep knife easily sharp. Keep knife sharp and easy to cut with. Use cutting board. Please don't place a non-stick mat under the cutting board to prevent of the slipping. Always pay attention when using a knife. Yes, using a knife. Only use a knife for cutting only. Never try to catch a falling knife. Never leave a knife in a sink full of soap and water. Clean a knife from other objects in store in a safe place. What are steps that should be taken while you're walking in with a knife? Keep it to your side very closely. How do you prevent burns in a kitchen? Always assume put your handles are hot. Keep handles turned away from the burner to prevent hot handles. Dry hands before deep frying them. Dry foods before deep frying them. Warn people about hot plates or hot pots. Why is it important to sharpen your knives? Knives are important to be sharpened because a dull one is more dangerous than a sharp one. It gives you more control. Dull knives are harder to cut. Therefore, you hurt yourself. Tell people that may come in contact with the knife that you've already been sharpened it. Okay. Butcher knife, yes, that's it. It's mainly used to cut beef, turkey, duck, pork, and lamb. Boring knife is used normally to cut connective tissue, meat, poultry, and fish. Clam knife for clams. Cleaver, it's normally used to cut large pieces of meat and animal bone. Chef's knife. Chef knife is used to cut things like vegetables, carrots, and cilantro. Oyster knife. This is used to cut oysters. Paring knife. This is used for garlic cloves, smaller objects like garlic cloves and single slices and fancier cuts. Serrated knife is used for loaves of bread to not squish them, peaches, or other soft things like tomatoes. Slicer knife is used to cut thin slices of fruit and vegetable, and it also can be used to cut lean meats of meat like chicken, pork, beef, and etc. Utility knife is kind of used for everything. Potatoes, apples, mainly cutting vegetables and not meats. Peeler is used to peel things. Zester used to zest things like lemons. Green cutting board. White is dairy and baked items. Yellow is for fish, and blue is for shellfish. Okay, I'm gonna take a quick break again because I just need a break. Hello? Okay. I was like really hungry. I didn't realize I didn't eat anything, so I had a mortadella sandwich. Alright, let's get into it. What are the cooking mediums? And what are some examples of them? Dry heat methods without fat. Dry heat cooking. Methods like stir fry, pan frying, and deep frying, and sauteing. Rely on fats and oils to act as a cooking medium. In dry heat methods that don't use fat, like grilling and roasting, food is cooked either by direct or indirect applications of radiation heat. Is that radiation? I feel like that's not radiation. What are some examples of moist heat cooking? Using water or steam. Cooked food. Okay, I wanna pick a different one. What are some examples? Oh, that's why I didn't feel right, because it wasn't my normal one. Okay, ready? Some example of moist heating is use of water or steam foods and foods cooked in using this method are used to tenderize and then present the flavors of ingredients. Some include steaming and poaching. What are the process of? This is the process of applying heat to food by submersion in direct hot liquid or exposing them to the heat. Steam. This is the following moist heat cooking methods. Example: steamed corn, steamed vegetables, and steamed dumplings. It's in the fucking name. Wait. I'm gonna just totally not puke. Okay, we're on. Soon to be done. What are some dry heat cooking methods using air or fat to cook the foods? Foods cooked by this method have rich in flavor cut by the browning. Some examples include grilling, roasting, and deep frying. 1, 2, 3. The process of applying heat either directly or by subjecting the food to heat or flame directly by surrounding the food with heated air or fat. The following list is the following is a list of dry heat methods. I don't think I did that. I don't care, I gave up. What is the boiling point of water? Boiling point is 212 Fahrenheit. When deep frying, one may reach to deep frying food, it will reach a temperature of 400 Fahrenheit. When poaching, liquids must be between 600 and 800 Fahrenheit. What is simmering? The liquid must be between simmering 800 to 105 Fahrenheit. What is the difference between steaming and boiling? Steaming is the process of transferring heat through the steam instead of directly putting the food in the water. Boiling is kinda just chucking it in for the heck of it. Entirely submerging vegetables into the water when boiling. Whereas with seeming vegetables you are placing above the water, allowing the steam to reduce the cooking them. What are two common ways to combine cooking methods? Two common ways are to apply them. Braising, stewing, those are two commonly combined cooking methods. What are spices? They are flowers, fruits, seeds, barking, and roots, typically from tropical plants, normally brown and black coloring, with a little dash of red. Generally have more pungent flavors than herbs. What are herbs? They're normally dried leaves, generally of temperate plants, usually green in color. What should bay leaves be removed at the end of cooking? Bay leaves should be removed because they're choking hazard and they can cause harmful cuts and scratches. And this thing, what are generally used for keeping away the spices and herbs. 1 year for herbs or ground spices, 2 years for whole spices. 1, 2, 3, 4. Why should spices and herbs be added several hours before to uncooked food? For uncooked food, add both dried and fresh spices and herbs several hours before serving, to allow the flavors to blend. Holy shit. So I think we're going to move on to Unit 2. How many things did I do there? So at 13, so I did 4 pages. So I'm not going to take another break, but I do want to get some water. Old food guy. So I think going through, how many pages were you? That one was 17. This one was the biggest unit. And this one's going to be mainly on the test. So this is more important. So I'm going to be mainly prioritizing. As long as I went through the first unit once, I feel more happy and comfortable about it. Okay, I will be right back. I'm going to get a water bottle. Because I don't think I'm going to go through the entirety of Unit 1 or Unit 2, but I would like to do some basic writing and studying first. Okay. Alright, I'll be right back. Oh wait. Okay, I'm just gonna see how long this live has been going. I would say like for an hour and a half, which is not my normal study time. But I just don't want to focus too much on the beginning unit and just like go through it and highlight and like circle what is important, because personally that's how I study. It just makes things a lot easier. Is my model even moving her mouth? No, she's moving her mouth. She's doing not good. Look, there's my mouse over here. Okay, give me a sec. Alright, checking YouTube now. Before I forget. Alright. Yeah, so around for an hour and a half. I'm definitely gonna write out a lot of notes for this, but I really don't think I need to do too much. Also, happy Pride. Woo! Yay, I like the Jamies. Congrats. I don't know. I don't know why people, like, I'm just small. I'm gay. I'm dating with other people. Like, I feel like that's the reason why so many straight people get pissed off. Like, they're originally on our sides, and then they see that we're just shoving it in their face. And I get why we do it, because, like, you know, we don't have basic human rights practically, and at least in my country we have corrected that quite a bit. I know for my university application I put that I was pansexual. I am part of LGBTQ, but like I don't feel the need to scream it to people. That's just my personal opinion. I don't like I have my pride stuff in my room, but it's not screaming. I'm not going to go out as I introduce someone. I'm not going to tell them my pronouns, because I know that makes some people uncomfortable. But if someone introduces them with their pronouns, then I would introduce myself with their. Because there's just some people that are just not okay with that. And you know what? It's not at the stage where people can be okay with that shit now. It just isn't. At least in my country, I feel like it's better than America. But it's also has, like, my school went in a lockdown because some dumb fuck out there decided to call our school board and tell them they're gonna bomb one of the schools. So we were in immediate shutdown because some dumb fucker decided to do that. And meanwhile, I had an award ceremony for art I did. So pissed about this. I never got to go to one of my art ceremonies because it was all virtual. It was such shit. And I was so angry because I don't normally get recommended. Like, this is the only place I'm going to say this because I don't like bragging, but I don't get a lot of recognition for the shit I do. And it's starting to bug me. It never has before, but for some reason now it is. I've gotten a sports scholarship. I've gotten an entrance academic scholarship. I have gotten 2 extra scholarships from 2 prior organizations outside of the university and my school that I had to write essays for, apply to on my own, and submit a lot of personal information for. And I got one to pay for my entire education. I got another one that gives me $1,000 towards my books. And know what? They decided to announce 4 people that got sports scholarships, and my dad did put out a good point. They played on the school team. I didn't play on the school team, not because I didn't make it. They asked me to play, but in my country, it's shit. I play soccer and I'm a goalkeeper, so if I get hurt, my scholarship for my sports team is done. And I think my dad said it best that it shouldn't matter, but because I've gotten such little recognition over the years for art, for sports, I'm so pissed off. I'm like so done. I'm like, this was the one thing I needed and I didn't get. And know what? At prom, as they were announcing these scholarship people, my friends were like, Alex, where's your name? And I was like, it's not going to show up. It's just not. The guidance office knows I have all those scholarships. The principal, I don't know if he knows about the one scholarship, but I know he knows I'm playing for Lakehead. So I just don't understand what the problem is. Either he just forgets about me, he knows me. Like, I had a friend, she's transgender, and she said, Alex, I'm like really scared to go in the girls' bathroom. I don't think I can go in there because, to be honest, I'm going to make a ton of people uncomfortable. And know what? I understand that. I just don't want to go in there. Because then if I go in the boys, I'm going to make them uncomfortable. If I go in the girls, I'm going to make them uncomfortable. And he said, you've been to this place for weddings before. Help me out. So I go to the main coordinator, who a family member knows them. So I went up and mentioned my family member's name. They're like, yeah. And I'm like, well, I got a problem here. We got my friend, she's transgender, and she needs a bathroom that's not the girls and the boys, because she doesn't want to make people uncomfortable. She's like, I got you. She took me into the back room with her, and she's like, there's a bathroom. She got the sweet treatment. The principal came up to me, he's like, is everything okay? And I said, yeah, Emma just had to use the bathroom. She didn't want to go in the girls because it would make them uncomfortable, and didn't want to go in the boys because it would make them uncomfortable. So I found an extra room for her. And he's like, you're a good friend. And I'm like, well, where the fuck is my scholarship mentioned then? I don't want to be rude, and I don't want to mention it, but like, what else am I supposed to do? So when my friends found out that my name was being announced, they all did a cheers for me. And I was gonna cry because I don't normally get recognition. It meant a lot to me. So, yeah, I don't know. I just wanted to mention that because I normally don't get people saying, oh, good, like, I get good job, Alex, but, like, I don't know, I don't know, I work very hard, and, like, actually, I may have a special need, and no one fucking listened to me. Boom! My mother's a nut job and does, like, she's crazy. But I always had suspicions that she had some form of a special need, and I found out she was diagnosed with ADHD. She has way more than ADHD to me, because as a kid, I would be like, Mom, help me with my homework, and she'll be like, can you read me the book? I don't know if she was lazy or if she just couldn't read, but there was so many situations where she would get me, the child that could not read, to read to her. So, I don't know if she had. What I understand is I have a suspicion that she may have had autism, of some form or been on the neurodivergent spectrum. She's been officially diagnosed with ADHD, but since my grandmother, like, when testing came out, it wasn't big, but when it was big, like, it started becoming a thing, it was testing, like, in later in her life, so she didn't want to get done, because she, you know, don't want to be labeled as a stupid retard, right? But, like, I'm like, I want to be labeled as a retard, because it makes my schooling easier. I spend, as you see, here studying, but I think I spent, like, around 6 hours studying on my own. This helps me study streaming because it keeps me awake. I'll fall asleep. But, like, I found ways around it because I have technology of, like, things that read it to me. Like, if you look here, this is a toolbar for it to read to me because sometimes I can't read it.
1 year, herbs.
So I actually personally think that I talked to my doctor, and he's never apparently seen my IEP for my school, which is like a special education learning disorder thing for school. And he's like, no, this all shows that you have like a comprehension disorder. He's like flipping through. He's like, yeah, you have some serious problems. How long do you spend studying at night? And I said, 12 hours plus streaming. And he's like, what's streaming? I said, well, I physically like say out my notes on a live call with people online because it keeps me awake and they'll keep me motivated, and then I better remember it. And he's like, oh, that's smart, but like seriously, that's what kids with a comprehension disorder do. And I'm like, oh. And he's like, yeah, it would explain why you can't, when I read, I don't comprehend. And he was just like, okay, well, that's not good. Why did you never have testing done? Like, why didn't the school do it? And I said, well, as you met my mother, when they were supposed to do it, I was taken away from her. And then when I came here, the school that I was at didn't even recognize me as an IEP student, even though I had a significant trouble and failed all the classes. And they were like, oh, she's just fucking an idiot. Ugh, she doesn't try. And I've actually gone back to teachers and explained to them that I have a serious IEP, and that ever since I've been using my IEP sources, I've been getting 95s. And for me to continue getting that help in university, I need medical documentation. So I looked at my doctor. I was like, dude, I need this shit. Like, the school will not take me. Like, they'll take me, but I won't get the help that I get now. And he's like looking at me, he's like, you're right. But realistically, they should be taking this documentation. Like, they shouldn't have to have a psychologist do this, because it literally screams, I have problems and I need help. Like, you literally get help that kids with medical documentation have, so I don't know what the difference is. And I'm like, maybe to prove that I'm not just fucking with them, I don't know. And he's like, yeah, just figure out something. He told me I have to get a full psychoeducational analysis. And now I was like, okay, I'll call the places. And he told me it would be expensive. I'm like, hey, it's fine. I have insurance. Call the place. Ring, ring. Hello. How much would it cost? $3,000. And that's for the child one. I'm in the adult section. That's $4,000. Okay. And I'm like, oh, really? That is terrific! Yay! So I'm gonna hope that my poor father's insurance covers that, because he's got nice insurance. But I'm like, holy shit! That that should be free. In my opinion, that should be free. That is something that my government should go out of their way to pay. They already pay for my birth control. They already pay for everything. That is something they should pay. Because, like, I kind of need that to get help in university. And if I don't get that, like, what pisses me off is that no one's realized this until now. Because, like, they're like, oh, well, you have no physical science. You're just a stupid bitch. And I'm like, well, I literally took a test, and there was an entire reading portion in math. It was, like, data management. So it's, like, more worded. And that entire multiple choice of just, like, I memorized my notes and wrote them down at the top. And for some fucking reason, I got all my questions wrong, even though the answer was at the top. My teacher's like, I've never seen this before. Seriously, I've never seen this. You got some serious problems because the answers were at the top. And I'm like, I told you I have a problem. And she's like, I think you should get that testing. And I'm like, I will. So now I have to convince my father that I have problems because he's never had problems in school other than he's had slight problems like me. But he said, oh, it got fixed with age. And I'm like, technically I did too, but like I wasn't really in school as a kid, so I didn't really like, learn how to read. So I learned by memorization. That's why you'll hear me in this like while reading, slurring words, saying the wrong word, or having to pause to like look at it because I don't know how to sound out words. I just was never taught. Like I can, but I don't get the I before E and except after C, and I don't know what a vowel is or any of that shit, or even what like nouns are. I was never taught because the teachers were like, shit, she's not here, I can't teach her anything. And my mom's like, well, you're not going to school today, honey. I'm just not feeling like taking it. So like, I don't know, slight tangent, but I still keep a 95 plus average in all my courses despite this. That one test, my teacher was very nice about it because she understood my pain because her daughter also has problems like me. But anyways, back to this. It's 12 o'clock. Let's think. Okay, well, I am at least going to go through the Unit 2 physically and make notes on the side because this is 19 pages long, mainly because of this chart. This chart takes up at least like 8 of it, so 19 take away 8. It's realistically like 11 pages, but like there's a lot of charts involved and memorization and shit. The first unit I did really well at, but I can't imagine this is going to be the majority of the shit. For some reason I can't find my Unit 3 shit. Like, this is not all the answers, so I don't know. Wait, that's just it. That's it. I'm just stupid. I just missed all the shit right there. Anywho, it doesn't matter. I think I'm just gonna make some notes. I also use this as a timing method to see how long I study for and to make sure I study the right amount. I'll probably redo Unit 1 once I've done Unit 2 and 3 more in depth. And, yeah. Because all of the multiple choice questions on our exam, like our exam thing, is all, like, it's all from Unit 2. And Unit 2 was hard for me. Well, it wasn't hard. I got, like, a 96 on it. Was I supposed to call anyone? Oh, I lost a little friend today, and I was really sad because he was my favorite little friend. I don't have favorites, but he was like my favorite of all the favorites because they're all my favorite. I was gonna call my Ruru, but like, I don't know if she's not answering, but I have a feeling like she's sleeping now. Okay. She can make every child just. Oh, I love this study wheel. Okay, let's see. I love Chloe's look in the new Miraculous movie. It looks really good. Okay, I'm just trying. What was I looking for again? I forget what I was looking for. Oh yeah, I was going here. Alright. Trying to think. I think that's it. Alright. Well, I think I'm heading off stream. I've been so unmotivated lately and it's killing me. But I'm gonna finish a yearbook page today. I don't care. I'm not leaving this room until I finish this freaking yearbook page. Because I told them I would finish it. And I'm not a liar, pants on fire. Alright. I'll be heading out, guys. Thank you. Bye.